congratulate President and Chief Executive Officer Emma Imperial of the Imperial Homes Group of Companies for establishing the Property Technology Consortium of the Philippines. The launching of this consortium today probably requires a leap of the imagination, but it definitely is a recognition of necessity. This consortium is an exciting development. It underscores the real estate sector's inevitable march forward toward the digital age. I have long advocated for a rapid shift to digital technologies in both the public and private sectors. This transition will enable more intensive interaction with consumers, quicker sharing of knowledge, and more efficient processing. The early move towards digitalization of our revenue agency, for instance, made them remain fully functional despite the ongoing pandemic. Not only were our tax collection agencies able to collect the much-needed revenues as we battled a public health crisis, they also succeeded in making the processes more convenient for our taxpayers. The new economy we expect to build as we push ahead with the economic recovery will be driven by new information and communications technologies. The real estate sector will inevitably be drawn into this process. The use of modern technologies will allow real estate players to reach a wider segment of digitally empowered consumers. It will make housing transactions more transparent and efficient. There is also a strong case for the Philippines to redesign a post-pandemic economy that is ecologically sustainable and resilient. The Philippines is one of the countries most vulnerable to natural calamities and hazards. The real estate sector can contribute to the collective effort of mitigating the effects of climate change by building structures and spaces that are climate resilient and that utilize green technologies. The policy reforms undertaken by the Duterte administration will help pave the way for dramatic innovation of the real estate sector. The CREATE, or Corporate Recovery and Tax Incentives for Enterprises law, for instance, provides hefty reductions in corporate income tax rates for businesses. Tax savings from CREATE can be used by our enterprises for revitalizing operations or further investments. Beyond the tax cuts, the CREATE law incentivizes the creation of new knowledge and products. The highest industry prioritization for fiscal incentives is given to research and development. The generation of new knowledge and intellectual property registered and licensed in the Philippines. The commercialization of patents, industrial designs, copyrights, and utility models are also at the highest tier in the grant of fiscal incentives. CREATE likewise gives 100% tax deduction for research and development expenses. Last month, we kickstarted the implementation of a more flexible fiscal incentive systems through the Fiscal Incentives Review Board. I am sure that some of the activities this consortium will be engaged in stand to benefit from the new fiscal incentives regime under the CREATE law. Meanwhile, the Duterte administration has set the stage for real investment trusts to flourish in this country after 11 years of deadlock. REITs are the ideal tool for raising the billions required to power property development in the country. That is borne out by 3 previous successful listings of property giants amidst the global health crisis. I encourage all of you to participate in this endeavor, as REITs will help propel the growth of the property sector beyond the pandemic. At the same time, this opens attractive and dependable investment opportunities for the average Filipino. In the remaining months of the Duterte administration, we will push for the passage of the Real Property Evaluation and Assessments Reform Act. This measure aims to adopt internationally accepted valuation standards and professionalize real property valuation. A credible and transparent valuation system, complemented by the use of digital tools, will boost investor confidence in the land and real estate markets. We hope for your support in this undertaking. As our economy re-emerges after a period of great difficulty, we will expect an even livelier real estate market with these reforms in place. The intensive use of new digital technologies will add even more vitality to this market. I wish the industry players in the Property Technology Consortium all the best as you revolutionize the Philippine real estate industry through sustainable, resilient, smart, and innovative technologies. Thank you.